In this video, I'd like to just do a recap of the valley framing part of the house and show you how mine turned out and what yours should hopefully look like. Looking down the front of the house, you can see that everything lines up real well, all the rafters and the ridge board and everything. It's nice and straight, and that's what you're looking for. The plywood will sit very easily on the framing that we have and be supported well. Let me just show you a couple of things that I did to, in case you were wondering how to do it. For example, if I were building this full scale in real life, I would have put a block underneath where the rafter goes. So the rafter would sit on the block in such a way that these corners would be flush with the planes of the truss like we did earlier. But that block right here is an important part of allowing that to bear. And the actual length of the block probably would be a couple feet. And I'd have, 6 or 8 nails in there to hold it in place, or some screws, so that this girder would carry the weight of that valley set. One thing that I did with my rafters was, as soon as I put this first rafter in, like this, I copied an array. So I did a move and then hit the control key for copy. I went 24 inches on center this direction and did 4 of them. And then all I had to do is come into the end, draw the line and push it out, draw a line, push it out, draw a line, push it out, draw a line on this little wedge here and push it out. Now this wedge technically probably isn't needed, but it was there, so I left it there. It's so easy to do. But that made putting these rafters in super easy. And then I just put another one on this side, the same way that I did that long one in the last video, and then copied an array and send them all this way and cut them from the uphill side, right? So if you look at these rafters, you can see that they're cut from the side that's on the highest end of the roof, and then they cut flat across. And that's an acceptable way to do it. Cutting a compound bevel would be fine also. Now we're just ready to put sheathing on. Remember, when you put the sheeting on, to stagger it like you did on the roof, and just go all the way from the edge to the valley and along the peak. If you'll notice how I did my peak up here in the house, you don't have to cut them with a plumb cut and put them up tight. You can do it like this and cover them with roofing materials. In some houses where you have a ridge vent, you'll actually leave a gap up here so that the hot air in the attic will come out through the ridge vent and ventilate the attic that way. Okay, so that's all that's left, is put the sheathing on and finish your house. I hope you had fun in lab this semester working on this house. I know I did. We'll see you next time.